The 5-day audiobook known as Almanac has closed. For good. Friday was the last time Central Hudson's Paul Tesoro could be heard on 20 radio stations in the region, stretching from Albany to Westchester County. Tesoro, who is retiring next month, gave Almanac a scholarly personality, altering its previous format as a weather show to one that explored the wonders of the natural world.
The ones that were of most interest to me, and maybe that kind of resonated through my narration of them, were the ones having to do with space travel and astronomy and a lot of NASA news in recent years. In fact, I ended the program. The last 3 days of Almanac were astronomy and space travel topics, leaving the listeners on Mars, of all places.
The 65-year-old Tesoro, the director of corporate communications at Central Hudson, got hired in 1987 and almost immediately was asked to audition for the role of Almanac's host. The Marist College graduate passed with flying colors and began refining the 5-minute show, but times weren't as technologically advanced. Those were the days of reel-to-reel production, and long before the advent of the Internet.
I used to sit cross-legged on the floor of Adrian's library in Poughkeepsie and just decide what topics might be of interest for the coming week and say, okay, I'm going to look up botany, and just sit there. So it was much, much more difficult when I first started having to research and write all the programs myself in the very early 90s. The Internet has made it much easier.
Tesoro looks back on his career at Central Hudson as fulfilling, one that earned him countless communications awards. Among his greatest contributions over the years, of course, has been Almanac, a show where he could bring to life topics like the migration of the monarch butterfly, or the spring equinox, or the power of tornadoes. Now, as this chapter of his life closes, Tesoro is looking forward to all that lies ahead.
Got 4 grandchildren, all pretty local. I used to have a golf game that I gave up when the grandchildren began arriving, so I hope to rediscover that. And sleep late.
In Poughkeepsie, I'm Paula Mitchell for HVNN.com.